What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button too, that would help me out immensely. It is the same night as the previous vlog. As I mentioned, we are currently going to be working on my best friend Warren's room. Currently taking a little break from the automotive scene. I want to be more diverse with my content. So the next couple of videos, we will be doing some home improvement. My last video, I mounted my PlayStation and did some cable management. I also went ahead and installed new flooring in my room, bathroom, and hallway. In this video, we will be making as much progress as we possibly can. Honestly, probably in this video, we will be almost finishing up Warren's room. The main goal in this video is to remove the old carpet, the old foam underneath the carpet, the nailing perimeter that bolts down the carpet, take the baseboards out, and clean the floor, of course, put down the new underlayment Warren bought, put down the new flooring we bought, and probably in part 3 is when we'll be doing some patching up of the holes on the wall and then painting. So here's all the material we'll be needing for the flooring. EcoCork form. This is some really good stuff. We got a lot of good reviews on this. Also very expensive. This was like, I believe $70 or $75 per bundle. We have our spacers for the baseboards, this pulling tool, this connecting tool. We got our 12-ounce hammer, and also some underlayment tape. And then we have our 8mm Home Decor's collection, Disher Oak, laminate flooring. It's some really good, high quality stuff. And now we have Warren's room. Just got everything cleaned up, holes patched. Just may need to patch a couple more holes there. A decent size room. I think this is the 3rd biggest room in the house. So first things first, get this out of here. Second thing, we're going to go ahead and remove the carpet, roll it up, put it to the side of the room. It's currently nighttime. I don't want to make too much noise outside throwing this thing off the balcony. Second thing we'll do is remove this under foam stuff. And then thirdly, we will remove this stuff that gives me anxiety because there's a bunch of nails and staples on it. Definitely going to need some form of pry bar to take this out. Fourthly, we will remove the baseboards, clean the floor for step 5, inspect the floor. Like I mentioned in the last video, there's this bolt here. We need to screw in more and or take out. And once the floor is nice and prepped, we'll go ahead and lay down our underlayment. Once the underlayment is seated properly and taped up nicely, we'll go ahead and I guess we'll start on this corner of the room and we will start laying down our wood flooring. You can go right to left or left to right. It's really up to you. We're going to be going horizontal because that's how the flooring is downstairs. And then we'll just work our way nice and slow, making sure everything lines up right and ensure everything is clicked right. And then once we get to here, we'll just do some measurements and make this nice and pretty for Warren's closet. Also in here, hopefully there's some space underneath this support here so we can slide the wood planks underneath. And once we get here, it'll be pretty easy. And then once we get here, again, it'll be nice and easy. Honestly, I could probably do this with a full day of work. I think the issue we're going to, or not really the issue, but our first hurdle is going to be removing, again, this stuff that gives me anxiety and ensuring that all the nails are out of the floor. So I am going to wear a mask because I know this carpet is just full of dust and I have bad allergies and it's no fun. So I'm gonna set you guys down and we'll time lapse me pulling out all this icky old carpet. We're gonna have to cut a section out real quick. Let's try it again. God, this is no fun. This carpet's heavy as fuck. All right, hopefully no more interruptions. No, I really should have went the opposite direction, like towards the door. All right, good enough. Man, I didn't realize how much or how heavy this much carpet would actually be, but it's all good. If I remember correctly, one of these windows doesn't have a screen. So if anything, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out the balcony or onto the balcony, and then tomorrow morning, I'll just go ahead and pick it up because I got all these boxes in the way leading to the door that leads to the balcony. All right, carpet is out. Now let's get rid of this underlayment or whatever you call it. All right, got that underlayment stuff out. I took a paint scraper, got all of this extra foam. So right now I'm just gonna go through with the paint scraper one more time, ensuring that pretty much almost everything is out. I think a little bit won't affect it too much. Oh yeah, these are called premium carpet strips. Still, they gave me a lot of anxiety. Cool. So again, just gonna go throughout the perimeter, scraping the foam. After that, I'll go ahead and take out the carpet strips and then give the room a solid sweep and vacuum. Okay, so I did a good sweep and vacuum in the room. Currently right now taking off the carpet strips, just putting this pry screwdriver in, smacking it with the hammer, and then prying it up. When I'm done, I'll go ahead and do another sweep and vacuum. All right, got almost all of the carpet strips out. Just have to do the ones in the closet, but for the most part, got the whole perimeter of the room swept again, and of course vacuumed. Now I'm going to go ahead and take out all of the baseboards in the perimeter of the room. All right, baseboards removed. I was going to utilize these, reuse them, but they're pretty old and they broke pretty easily taking them out. So again, got all the baseboards out and did another good sweep and vacuum in the room. Now we're gonna go ahead and lay down our underlayment. Good morning, everybody. It is the next morning, it's a new day. I am fully rested and ready to tackle on Warren's room. Just put on some clothes, nothing fancy. We're gonna get pretty dirty today. We're gonna be covered in sawdust. We got the focus aid ready to crack open. All right, let's get started on our productive day. So before I called it a night, I did lay down one piece of underlayment. The tape I'm using doesn't work too well with this wood here, but I'll find a way to make it work. The next step now is to start laying down the planks. I'm gonna lay down the planks and then lay down the underlayment as I go. So we're gonna start from our right hand side here, probably do one full plank, another full plank, probably get a third plank, and then have to like cut say 6 to 8 inches of another plank. And we'll start from the left with the full plank and then just work our way down in a zigzag pattern. Again, this room isn't too big and it is nice and square, so hopefully, cross my fingers, this doesn't take all day. Might get a little bit intricate when we get again into the closet, but it's nothing that I can't handle. So I'm stoked to finally transform this room. And then maybe later on today, depending on what time it is, I'll go ahead and run and grab paint. If not, Warren is coming over tomorrow. to help me work on his room and or move stuff. So probably then we'll do the paint. So here's my collection or pile of graveyard parts. Some of the stuff I can still utilize, hence why I keep it. For instance, this one I can't because the grooves on both sides are done. But pieces like this I could utilize, like if I started on the left-hand side. Still have the grooves on the bottom, on the right side, and the tongue. So we have our full plank here. And again, since we'll be starting on the right-hand side, we're going to keep this bottom groove here. We are going to trim the top of the tongue here, since this will be going closest to the wall. We'll cut off this groove here, and we'll be utilizing again the bottom groove and the left-hand side groove. A huge shout out to my father for letting me borrow his table saw. I'm sure you can rent these at Home Depot or Lowe's. This one here in particular does the job quite well, and it's been used heavily. The blades are still good, thank God. Let's go ahead and start cutting. Safety first. All right, first piece cut. Got the top of the tongue removed, and then we got the right-hand side groove removed. Now we are ready to lay down the first plank. So first we're going to utilize these spacers here. They come with a couple different sizes. It'll focus, this side here is about 1/2 inch, and then on the other side is about 1/4 inch. The baseboards I'm utilizing, or I bought, complement the 1/4 inch. So we'll just grab 2. Lay down our plank. Like so. About 1/4 inch here. And then we'll grab this. And I usually just start like right here. Try to get it as even as possible. I know everybody's house is different, and my house was made in '92. So the walls aren't exactly the straightest, but in time everything will line up perfectly. The baseboards again will cover up this gap here. And we have successfully laid down our first piece of wood. How exciting. Now we will go ahead and grab another piece of wood. So for this one, we will keep the left groove, bottom groove, and the right-hand side groove. Now we just have to trim off the top tongue here. Just got done cutting the tongue off the second plank. So now we're going to connect the second plank to the first plank here, utilizing the grooves. See how efficiently I can do this on camera. So grab your second plank, tilt it at a 40-degree angle or so, and go ahead very carefully and just kind of wiggle it on there. And just like that. She's in. Now we'll go ahead and grab our fancy, I don't know what you want to call this, tool, and then your 12-ounce hammer or any hammer, like so. And very carefully lock it in place. All right, so we got 2 planks laying down. It isn't much, but we call that progress. Went ahead and added some extra spacers. So for our third plank, this is where it'll be a little bit more, say, complex. I'm going to have to get a saw and cut probably 8 millimeters, because that is what the thickness of the plank is, off of this trim here. So it'll slide underneath efficiently, as well as this piece right here. Shouldn't be too complex, but once we complete the first row, everything that follows underneath will be a breeze. Okay, so I got the door borders trimmed up, just enough for the plank to fit underneath. I got the third plank here. I did cut off X amount of the tongue where it's gonna hit the wall. I did leave tongue where the piece is going to transition out from Warren's room to the hallway. Cut some tongue here. And then when I realized on the third plank that there was about 1.25 inches of gap from the third plank to the wall, so I went ahead, went to one of the graveyard pieces, found a piece that had the groove on the right hand side and cut it accordingly so we don't have a gap. And these are the baseboards I'm using. Don't really have a serial number for you guys, but they're kind of what I want. Good thickness on the bottom. Use this kind of like as like a template stencil where everything's gonna sit, and that is nice. So now I'm gonna go ahead and hammer in the third plank to the wall and see where that takes us. And just like that, we are done with the first row. Of course here, we'll put some underlayment and then transition out. That will be for a way later video. What's good? It is currently 12:03. I started the floors at around 9:15, 9:20-ish, and I want to say I made some serious progress so far. The room is looking really good so far. I think in that last B-roll, I was on the second row on that plank there. I want to say I got about half of the room completed so far. Nothing too complex. Honestly, this is all very straightforward. Only thing that kind of sucks was like cutting small pieces like this one and that one to make sure we had adequate room for the baseboard, but so far everything is good. I've already went through one roll of the underlayment. Currently on the second underlayment. This row, or what's left of that roll, will cover another across the room, and then we have one more roll which should cover the final side of the room and also all of the closet. But so far so good. I'm gonna go take a lunch break because I've been at this again consistently for 3 hours, and all we have to do is this section here, and that honestly should take 2 hours tops. From this point I started on the right side so I can build into the closet. I'll have to remove all this, of course. Here should be easy, this little gap. We'll just go and then we'll just cut whatever is needed, and then if anything, I'll just cut like a section out on the next plank that goes here, or I'll do like another, no, I can't do a half plank, so I have to, I'll plan that out. I'll make sure I do it right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the home stretch. Let's get it. Don't mind the clutter. Everything is going smoothly. Measuring 3 times, cutting once, sometimes twice. Closet, still got a couple of sections to do. Shouldn't be too complex. This was a pain, but I got it. Under here I had to trim quite a bit off to fit the plank in. This, oh my god, dude, this was a pain in my ass. Don't mind that, and baseboard will cover it up. And now we are on the home stretch. This part shouldn't be too complex, just have to definitely measure a handful of times and cut probably a couple of times. The thing is, I don't think the bottom of this wall is straight, so sometimes this will be like 2.5 inches, and then another section will be like 2 inches, And then some sections will be like 3 inches, but I'm gonna take my time, cut piece by piece, finish this up. Now I'll go ahead and finish up the closet sections, clean up the room, and then I have a ton of cleanup I need to take care of. I got this, these boxes, and then all the carpet downstairs. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially done with the flooring. So as you saw, got the, I guess, bottom of the room, or this part of the plank, fitted efficiently. Went ahead and finished up the closet. Nice, all I gotta do is put the closet door back and figure out what I'm gonna do with the stabilizer that goes here. But other than that, I would say definitely a job well done. Next on our list, next video, we will be painting the walls. Warren and I are going to be going to Home Depot tomorrow. Pick out a lighter gray color. I believe I need to address this first before we paint. I'll do that tonight. And other than that, we'll spray the room and go and buy new baseboards, and Warren's room will be officially completed. And that is all I have for you all in today's video. By no means am I a professional. I personally think I did a pretty good job with the flooring I did in here and also in my room. So if I can do it, you most definitely can. I just hit up a couple of Home Depot and Lowe's flooring videos, install videos, and got the proper tools, did some more research, and just stayed consistent, and I was good to go. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and if you are wanting to see more, I guess, home improvement content, let me know. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for the continued support. And if you're new to the channel and wanted to subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.